Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Botanic Appetite. Oh, you know what? I started following you. I love your photographs. They make me hungry. EJM 26, good morning. Good morning, Jackie. Oh, listen, I wish you could cook for me. I love those photos. My mouth waters when I see them. You guys, hi, Sonia. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Go check out Botanic Appetite, you guys. She's got some amazing plated dishes for her photos. It's just incredible. Oh, Troy, please don't start flirting with me because I'll have to block you. We got rules here. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Hannah. No, seriously. You guys, this is got a good start this morning. I always come in a couple minutes early. Shauna, I think I know what you're laughing at. You guys are getting to know me quite well. Just gonna give it a couple more minutes. Where are you guys located this morning? Tell me where you're from. I'm rebuilding my memory, so I don't always remember everything. If I remember your name, your real name, and not your handle, that's pretty. I am feeling fresh this morning. I'm getting some incredible sleep. I've been using my weighted blanket. New Mexico, right on. I've been using my weighted blanket to rest, to relax before I go to sleep. California, where my heart is, to where I go to. Oh boy, I'm using this 20-pound weighted blanket to help. Yes, you are in Canada. Of course you are. The weighted blanket's helping me relax and get good sleep at night. Thank you, Shauna. My sinuses have started to, they were really inflamed and aggravated due to the allergies. Plus I wasn't sleeping well at night, and the weighted blanket is saving my life. You know, it's one of those things that you put away and you forget you even had it. And then you're like, oh shit, I saw Roya using it one day and I'm like, well, I think I better pull mine out. And it's literally been changing my sleep this last week. The things I forget that I have. So it's 9:01. I'll give it till 9:02, and then I'm going to get started on our topic this morning because I seem to be getting a lot of questions about this one particular thing. And it won't come as a shock to any of you with what I have to say about it. Our weather's kind of gloomy here today. But you know what? Yesterday was a rain day, and I said that it was a beautiful day because it was a rain day. When I was with the NARC, his work was dependent on the weather. So if it was a rainy day, he was home, and I work from home. I've worked from home for a few years now. So whenever he was home, it was hell. It was hell. So I hated rain days. And yesterday, because I moved in the dead of winter, yesterday was my first rain day without the narcissist. And it was the most beautiful day ever. I got to enjoy it the way that I wanted to enjoy it. So it was pretty awesome rain day. Okay, 9:02. I'm not going to hold back anymore. Thank you for being here this morning. I'm Trish of Badass Broad Coaching Company. I'm a narcissistic abuse recovery coach. I receive so many messages from you guys. And the one that is very predominant is about no contact. And I know I've talked about this before. I have a video in my IGTV that talks about no contact. But I think you're blurring the lines. Some of you are blurring the lines as to what no contact actually is. No contact isn't to punish the narcissist. The no contact rule isn't to get their attention or to shut them out and to punish them and hope that they're going to reach out to you. No contact is for you. This is the golden rule after you leave a narc. No contact. You've heard me say it a gazillion times here, but it's not getting through to some people. No contact doesn't mean just blocking his number and blocking him on Facebook and all social media and then not talking to him. No contact means you've got to get them out of your brain. You've got to get them out of every aspect of your life. So many people are going no contact and think that that means don't talk. I'm not talking to the narc, so I'm no contact. No, bullshit. You can't create a fake profile and go and creep on the narcissist and call that no contact. You're the creeper now. So you're creeping on the narcissist, trying to see what they're up to see if anything is directed toward you, to see if they found a new supply. No contact is the hardest thing to implement. And I say that because you're coming out of the relationship regardless of what time, how much time has passed, and you're still going no contact. I know you're laughing hard, Jackie, because this is true. We're the creepers. If we create a fake profile and fake phone numbers and fake to go and check them out, like we become the crazy ones then. So when you go no contact, you've got to implement it at the point of leaving and stick with it, because this is going to be imperative to your recovery. And so many people break it after investing so much time in their healing. They break it because they think that they're strong enough to talk to the narc, or they're missing the narc. You guys, you're not going to, like, it's like an alcoholic. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. You can't go back to drinking and having one drink at a celebration and think that you're going to be okay and you're not going to start drinking again. It's the same thing with us here as empaths and recovering from narcissistic abuse. Good morning, you guys. Oh my gosh, the unsilenced voice. I almost hired a private detective to spy on him, but stopped myself. 3 months, no contact now. Hallelujah, a fucking man. You know, it takes a lot of self-control. A lot of self-control to go no contact. And I'm not even kidding you guys when I'm working with my clients, this is the golden rule. The golden rule. This is what we work on first and foremost if you cannot implement it. There are some situations where you have, good morning, Desiree. There are some situations where you have to have modified contact with the narcissist, whether you have children involved or you're going through legal proceedings for a divorce or domestic abuse charges. Those are modified things. You go through your lawyers then. But even then, I still work with my clients to remain minimal modified contact and to gray rock the shit out of that narcissist while they're going through those proceedings. We have to implement no contact. They're going to reach out to you. They're going to find creative ways to connect with you. You've got to be just as firm and creative in saying, get the fuck out of here, you guys. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Desiree. And I'm going to talk about something here that's super important. And because I get so many messages from you guys, I'm a narcissistic abuse recovery coach. This is what I do for a living. I'm in my own recovery constantly because I believe that it's ongoing. You cannot do this without a coach. I would have had to spend a lot of money for hiring a private detective, so I told myself loudly in front of the mirror, Hannah, why would you spend so much money on that asshole? Instead, I use it for myself. Yes, this is what I mean. Yes, amen. Own therapy and hired a coach for myself. I'm so proud of you. You guys, I don't care whether you hire me. I really don't. Would I love to work with you guys? Yes. Do I care if it's me that you choose? No. I just want you to choose someone for yourself that is aware of this abuse, that is aware of how to heal it. That means they've had to have been through it themselves, not somebody who reads a textbook and thinks that they can help you with tools. You need a coach who has been through this themselves. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Someone who has created or implemented tools to heal certain aspects, because nobody knows like a survivor. And don't tell me you can't afford a coach. Yes, you will be able to find one or a program that fits your budget. You will. And it's all about priorities. Don't tell me you can't afford it if you're a smoker. Because smoking is numbing. Drinking is numbing. Smoking pot is numbing yourself to the truth, to your healing. So you can quit smoking if getting well is a priority for you. Taking that decision was also fueled by your videos, amazing conversations. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah. This is what I hope for here. You know, a lot of us coaches do everything online so we can reach you globally. I do. I never have one-on-one sessions with clients, you know, and like in person, because everything's done online for convenience. We do everything through a Zoom chat so that you can record your sessions and go back and have a video diary over everything that we've talked about, and then you can keep that for reference points in your journey. You guys, I would love to coach every single one of you, but I don't care if you choose me. I just want to see you heal. I just want to see you move forward. I still see so many of you breaking the no contact rule or modifying it for yourself so that you can get that fix, that junky fix that's going on within your body. And I see the tales and the pain body that goes on here of comments underneath posts. I'll post something positive and I'll see something. I'm very love focused and very healing focused, but I see so much pain and trauma still happening here that people don't want to move forward from. They want to stay stuck in their pain, so they break the no contact rule multiple times. Why? I don't get it. I agree. I was talking with another narc recovery coach who was not a survivor about some experiences, and they were like, "What? Why didn't you leave?" This is what I mean, you guys. Survivor to survivor, and someone who's healed aspects, the aspects of their trauma. I am a coach. I do not ever claim to be 100% healed. I'm not. It's going to be an ongoing process for me as I continue to develop and I continue to evolve in different aspects of my life. And a different part of me is always going to be required to show up. But I still work with coaches. I need to. I need coaches to keep myself in check so that I heal myself and I show up as the best possible coach for you. I cannot give everybody tools. I can give you advice, but if you really want to heal and get down to work and get past this stuff, book some time with a coach, book some time with me. You can book a consultation for $20 Canadian. And then when you decide to purchase a package, you can put that towards your package. You know, I'm not sitting here today to promote my business. I'm sitting here telling you, find someone that fits within your budget, that fits within your time zone, your time frame, and do a consultation first. You are not going to break no contact on your own and manage to maintain that. The unsilenced voice. I have to tell this to other survivors struggling with no contact. I broke no contract thrice, 3 times, and you know what I got in return for my desperation for closure? More cruelty, more heartlessness from him. He smeared me and was happy to see me desperate. I gave him more ego boost. Thank you for sharing that, Hannah. It's, you know, this is, we think we're being smart by not talking to the narc and then going and creeping on their social media or asking people how they're doing. Who cares how the narc's doing? We know how the narc is, you know, and if you can't tell by the look on my face that we know how the narc is, then there's so much work to still be done. We, mystery deprived. Oh, this is the first time I've seen you here. Welcome to our morning jam session. I need a sip of coffee. I need to breathe for a second. I love you guys. You know this. I love you. Teresa, he went on a full rage smear campaign after I left him. They all do, because they have to maintain their image. And by dating someone and taking on a new supply right away, all they're doing is, that's in their tiny little brains, they think that that's showing the rest of the world that we were the problem. But you know what? Don't get caught up in what the narcissist is doing or how the narcissist is smearing you. You want to maintain your sanity, and you want to live your life. And you know what? You just go about your business. Just go about your business. And people will actually see the truth. I don't have to defend myself. You know, whenever I see an image of poop, I take his name because he is shit. You know what, Hannah? You know what I did? And I'm not even kidding you guys. This is a tool that I did before I left the NARC, and it's one that I suggest for my clients. Write his name, and it sounds kind of gross. When you're done, write his name on a piece of toilet paper, and you can either wipe your ass with it or flush it down the toilet, but you're actually done. It is that your piece of shit mentality, and this isn't to say that we're better. This is an actual healing cognitive tool that you can do that symbolizes something for you. And it was very symbolic for me. And I continued to do many symbolic things after leaving that would speed up my healing. That's who he is to me. I don't care who he is to other people. I really don't. And I don't care if people judge me on how I do my healing. It's not their business. They didn't endure the abuse, and they did not have to be, they're not the ones who helped me do any of it. Yes, I do sage from time to time. I use a lot of essential oils in the house. I burn incense every morning. It's very symbolic for me to burn incense because I was never allowed to burn it when I was with him, and it's always been a huge part. Like, I've always had incense. My narc parent was a dope smoker, so he was always burning incense in the house to eliminate the smell. And so I grew up with incense in my life, and then when I moved in with the narc, I wasn't allowed to burn it in the house. So do you think I sage and burn incense every fucking day? Clean the toilet with his toothbrush. And don't tell him. Do you know how many people have actually done that? It's pretty incredible. So you guys, no contact means not talking to them, not creeping them, blocking them in all capacity, and get yourself a coach. Get yourself a coach. You know, make yourself a priority. If your healing's a priority, you'll find a way to make it happen. Every client that I have has not always had accessible money to them. They've waited for tax returns. They've managed to sock money away or borrow money or put it on a credit card and pay it down, you know, because their healing is their number one priority. I have one client who went to extreme measures to get money to me so that she could get started on her coaching because it was that important to her. That important to her. And she's thriving now. She's thriving because she knew that she needed someone to hold her accountable, and not just accountability, but to provide you with tools to heal that you can implement throughout your entire life. So many people think that coaching has no value because there's nothing tangible about it. You get tangible results, you guys. You're forever armed with the proper tools to deal with any situation. It's about mastering your inner self so that when if you ever pass the narc in the grocery store, you're centered, you're strong, and you can still breathe, and you're not breaking down into a panic attack. And then you have those tools whenever something like that comes up. You'll find that when you have these proper tools, you're not breaking a no contact golden rule because your sanity matters more. And then you eventually just don't give a shit about these guys. A new life is tangible. You're right, Sonia. Thank you. It is very tangible, you know, because, and to put it into that tangibility, I now have a home. I don't own it, but I rent it, but I paid for my healing. I paid for my coaches. I paid for my education, and I paid for all the furniture that's in my home. That's tangible because I was able to heal and find the motivation to get moving. I pay for my dog to go to daycare. I pay for my life. Those are all tangible things. Gas in my car, food in my fridge. And that's because I have the proper coping skills now. Yesterday in therapy, Hannah says, yesterday in therapy, my anger reduced from a rating of 9 to a 3 after therapy. I see tangible results. You were right. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and I did. I became extremely independent. And let me tell you, I was very independent before I met the narcissist. But they financially take control over everything so that you're left with nothing and you're dependent on them. So it takes some fierce inner fortitude to be able to summon up that person you used to be and become stronger and want more for yourself, and nothing's going to get in your way. Spending money, you can spend money in a bar, or you can spend money on a coach. You can spend money on brand new shoes that you don't need, or you can spend money on a coach. These are all about your priorities. Do you want to heal, or do you want to hurt your heels and get blisters on your feet wearing those brand new shoes? What do you want? What do you want? And that's the question you've got to ask yourself. What do I want? What do you want? I still haven't gotten that far. I'm scared of going out on my own and starting a job. Don't have that strength now. Yeah, but you know what, Hannah? You're getting there. You're getting there. Let me tell you something. I've been working part-time in bars for 5 years now. Because when I was with the narcissist, I learned it was the only way to hide money. So I've maintained working those part-time jobs. And I took a leap of faith when I started my coaching practice because I had no clients. I didn't have a presence here yet. I focus on narcissistic abuse recovery. What the fuck is that? Do you know how many people don't even know what that is? So I took a leap of faith. And with the faith of a mustard seed, I said, the universe, with the faith of a mustard seed, I'm going to move mountains, or you're going to give me wings to fly. And in the early stages of this, and I'm still in the early stages, you guys, I'm not that old in my business. And I just trusted that I needed to do this. And every time that fear would take over, how am I going to pay my rent this month? How am I going to pay my bills? My dog eats better than I do. How am I going to buy her food? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And then I can either stay in that tailspin of worry, that focus of worry, or I can put my focus on faith and thinking about the possibilities. So when I was going to leave my coaching business, I had to make a decision. I had to decide, do I go find a full-time job back in corporate, or do I stay on course, continue to work part-time, and continue to do this work? And every time I felt like I was going to leave this behind, I couldn't, because I'd get a message from one of you. I'd get a direct message, a cry for help, someone in such a place of desperation that they were contemplating suicide, or leaving with kids. And every time I wanted to walk away from this, I couldn't because of you guys. So it's this faith that keeps me showing up every single day. I will be successful with this business because it's what I love. I love you guys. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you stop spinning these shitty little tales about the narcissist, because they don't belong there anymore. You belong in your life. You get to choose you. And I believe that this happened for whatever reason, for myself. Nobody else has to take this on. I believe that this experience with the narcissist happened for me. It happened for me, not to me. And the healing is working its way through me so that I can arrive and be present for others who need that also. I've never fallen in love so in love with a group of total strangers who I only see your faces in your profile photos. And I hear your stories. We connect. It's just incredible the how full my heart is when I think of you guys. How many narcs have you dated? Well, the better question, Desiree, is how many have I not? You know, because I've done the backtracking, and there are a lot of narcissists in my life, but this last one was the last one. And when I say last one, I mean we start off just like they do. We're empaths. We want to heal. We want to help. We want to love. We think that we can heal them with our love. Try healing ourselves with our love. That's what we got to do. But then it was just like, oh, well, this is toxic. Things aren't working out. And then I kept finding stronger narcs until this one was the strongest of them all. But he made me stronger than I've ever been in my life. I'm in such a place of gratitude and love for the life I have now. I really am in such a place of gratitude for my life. Am I where I want to be? No, that's why we have goals. That's why we keep striving towards something better. But in order to reach those goals, you've got to stop spinning your wheels, that little hamster wheel about the narcissist. I reverted to Islam during my marriage. Shauna, I have another friend who did also. Yeah, you know, you guys, I have noticed a pattern myself, and I'm breaking that, God willing. We've got a lot of work to do, and how many narcs have you had a family relationship with? Again, another one that says, how many haven't I? You know, we're surrounded by narcissists. We're also surrounded by psychopaths, sociopaths, bipolar disorder. We're surrounded by people with mental health issues. There's not a single walking, living soul on this planet who is 100% free and clear of anything. We're really not. And we can still have compassion for others, but we need to be really selective with our empathy. And I reiterate this all the time because so many of us take a lot of time to implement that. Boy, I'm yapping today. Do this for yourself, you guys. You don't have to choose me. If you do, we develop a really solid bond together. And we do. We build a bond because I'm a survivor. I get it. I also get that there's life on the other side of it. I'm happy. I look at myself in the mirror now and I'm a totally different, reborn, happy, in love with my life person than I was a year ago. Remember, a year ago I was contemplating suicide. So your life can change, but you can't wish for it to. You can't sit there and read the memes and even show up at my lives and think that all of this information is going to help you heal your life. You've got to get the right people there to hold you accountable and to do the work. I'm not kidding. You can afford it. It's about priorities. I had no money, none, just enough money that I'd socked away for rent to save for first and last month's rent. I had no money for coaching. I had no money for my education, but I found it. You just find it when it matters the most. So if you're not your priority, then accept that. You don't have to be anywhere you don't want to be. You don't have to force yourself to get a coach, but just remember that if you don't want to get a coach and you want to continue smoking or going to the bars and partying every weekend or shopping or whatever it is that numbs you, just accept that that's where you are. Just accept that this is your priority right now. And you can go and find all the free advice in the world. Advice in talk therapy doesn't heal this. You need the tools. You need to do the work. You need to get down and dirty, and healing is nitty-gritty work. It's not going to be comfortable, but you're going to move through it. You're going to heal. Right now, where you are, wherever, if you're still spinning those tails and you're still breaking your no contact rule, that's more painful than having to uncover things and heal and move forward. It's been a half hour. These are my guidelines for my morning so I don't go on. One more thing, Tracy, it's so hard. I left in 2016 in September. He asked me to leave. I moved 16 hours away. He sucked me in by November, and I was back home by March. He told me everything I wanted to hear. They do. That's what they do. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I want to talk about being alone tomorrow. Take a look at my post today about being alone. I love you. You know I love you. I'm Trish of Badass Broad Coaching Company. I'm a narcissistic abuse recovery coach. If you want to book some time with me, click the link in my bio. Let's get serious, get down to work. Let's make it happen. Holding you all in my highest energy of loving and healing every single day. Stay badass and go rock the day, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.